Coming up on Veterans Matters, it's part 3 of our discussion with the student veterans of Eastern Illinois University that took part in the Bataan Memorial Death March. That's coming up next on Veterans Matters.
This would be the second time a group of Black Knights have actually partaken in the Bataan Memorial Death March. Last year, there was a group of individuals from the Black Knights organization that did go down, completed the event, so this would be our second annual trip down there. So, yes, definitely so.
I think as far as fundraising and stuff that we're looking at as far as next year trying to get another group to go. And I know at least 2, if not probably all 4 of us would say that we wouldn't mind going again, but obviously not going as, we would still go as a Black Knight, but not have it sponsored by the Black Knights. We individually would just pay for our own way and stuff just to participate with those so that others could have the experience for themselves as well.
That is to say, our organizational goals will be to send people that have not been before, but our personal goals are to return.
Yeah, I'd like to go again. I mean, it was good. I was like more apprehensive about the whole thing, never going that distance since 20 years ago in the Marine Corps, and that was, in boot camp, but it wasn't that far. And I'd like to go and train a little bit harder and be more prepared, I guess. But I have 2 crazy ideas. One, have a goal to get there before the survivors go home, because by the time I got there, they left. And, I'm majoring in gerontology, so it would be interesting to meet them, if ever briefly. And then I don't know, today I was walking around campus, and not the one that they have at the EIU basketball games. It would be nice to have an EIU flag, I thought, and I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, if I come up with this idea, I might be the one that has to take it. So,
Absolutely. You find when you're carrying it.
But I mean, I wouldn't mind that. I think that would be, I really do love Eastern Illinois University, and I just think it would be a cool thing to do. And other teams did things like that, and I just thought, or at least part of the way carry it, and then, be able to pass on the flag, or if not, the whole thing. I don't know, but that's for the future.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal that I got from it, ultimate goals, we would love to get someone who has not been before to have the opportunity to go. So fundraising is the biggest thing. We would love to be able to have those people go like we did and not really have to pay for it. We want them to be able to go and just get the fullest effect, not have to worry about the money, not have to worry about the cost. We want them to experience to the level we did and get the satisfaction that we did. We want them to feel part of it. We want it to be, we want people to become aware of Bataan. I don't know how many people I come back to school and talk to, they don't know about what Bataan is all about, let alone the event that when it happened in 1942. It's not the most talked about thing in these parts as it would be New Mexico. So fundraising to get more people to go, bigger groups of people, and then for ourselves, if we can't raise the money for ourselves, if we can pay for it ourselves, no problem. We want to go again. So I'll go ahead and I'll speak for non-veterans. Someone who's not a veteran needs to go to this event, because the people that are veterans and are doing it, there was guys that were active duty. There was a group of guys that had talked about just getting back from being deployed, and they came straight to the event to do it. It's paying tribute to those guys before you. It's paying those that have passed away by now, or the guys that are currently serving, men and women. It's paying tribute and honor to them and saying thank you. I'm here for you. There was a gentleman on his rucksack who said, thank you for those who serve and protect us. That hit me when I saw that photo. I didn't see the man. I saw the photo of it, and I was like, that's kind of why I'm here as a non-veteran. I think everyone needs to get out there and be like, hey, they go through this stuff for us. Those veterans back in 1942, those survivors, they went through hell and back. For Americans, for us. So it's just paying tribute and honor and respect to those before us. So.
For all veteran or non-veteran to just have the liberties and everything that we have now, it's just to pay homage to the sacrifice and everything that not only the Bataan Death Marchers but anyone has contributed to that let us be where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of a life-changing experience. I think it's very similar to serving in the military. I mean, I went in delayed entry, signed a contract at 17, got my parents' consent, and then left 10 days after high school graduation and joined the Marine Corps. And, got to see a lot of the world, and I probably just, coming from where I came from, wouldn't have done that unless I would have joined the service. And, this is a big opportunity that, you kind of basically, for me, it was a time to reflect on your time in service, and what it means to be a veteran, and, how it's kind of like a chain, and, those gentlemen did what they did, and then the rest of us, when we did serve, it was our time that we served, and then today, what veterans or what active duty military is doing today, and it's just always, like a never-ending march, to use a metaphor, that veterans do what they do, for the people they love and for the country they love, and I don't know, it really was, the land of enchantment for me, where it was just, to be in New Mexico and in the desert and be with all those people to reflect on a lot of those thoughts. It was a real good experience, and I'm more than willing to do, as far as, I want to say volunteer work, fundraising, for another batch to go, because, people did that for us, so I feel like it would be good to give something back.
I honestly don't feel like any veteran would need an explanation of why they need to go. We're veterans and we know why we need to be there, and we've had an opportunity to go, and now it's our obligation to send some people that haven't. It's as simple as that.
October 9, 1942, Japanese quickly assembled all POWs. Started them on a famous 7-day, 65-mile Bataan Death March. Approximately 70,000 men started the march, and then through disease, hunger, thirst, and abuse by Japanese soldiers made each mile more deadly. More than 1,000 Americans, possibly 15,000 Filipinos died before reaching Camp O'Donnell. I don't know if you've got a map. So I guess it started down here. It's every 10 miles. It went on up. See, and that's the thing that sometimes is confusing. You know, like I'm a veteran, but I wasn't a combat veteran. But then there's, you know, obviously then there's also Disabled American Veterans, which I believe is an organization. Men of the Special Forces who serve their country faithfully. May we always cherish their freedom, honoring their memories. So yeah, Special Forces Airborne. What's that? Is that what that blue and yellow patch is?
Yeah, the shoulder sleeve insignia here is that of the Special Forces.
Of Army, or every?
Yeah, Army Special Forces.
Okay, then what's the black?
That's just Special Forces here. You have to be airborne qualified.
Okay, and that's your jump wings there?
Yeah, this is your airborne wings.
Yeah, it's at least 2 miles, maybe longer. So if you go up, then you still keep going up. I mean, then you go into like a fire break again. And on that side, it's kind of like rolling hills up and down. So, and then at that point too, the wind was still kicking.
Look at that, you're ready to go. So you wanted to be first?
I won't be first. Ain't gonna happen. Yes, it is.
Bright and early in the morning.
You look
go.
good. You do look good. You look like,
There you go, Greg.
Morning, folks.
it does look nice.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
You're orange.
Oh, what a beautiful
Am I in frame? Can you see?
You are in frame.
Gus
good.
has a beautiful
Gus?
feeling.
beautiful.
Everything's going his way.
That was exactly the song I was thinking. You look good too.
Good morning. Hey, Kay, you want to go with me or you good?
I'm good for right now.
Mike Bird. You looking good, man.
I'm ready.
All right. Trying.
So,
everybody to move over.
guys, what do you think so far? What do you think of Bataan, man?
Thought more people would show up. Kind of disappointing.
It's a lot of room here.
amazing.
It's pretty spacious. Big event.
Big event.
Rocks.
More sand.
Bigger than I could have thought.
Lots of sarcasm. That's what she said.
It's hard being on that thing. I don't know. Getting a little bit of a tan. Excited. It's 7:05 a.m. I think we're starting. Look out for the stampede.
Well, I don't care what Chip says. I'm stopping at 26.2. You come in.
over halfway. I think that's the base. We're moving back towards that. As the fun begins now with sand and everything. Hopefully you can see people down the road. And they're coming from this way. Kind of a straggler. I'm catching up. Feel good.
I'm out of here.
All right. What mile mark are you at? Okay. I know. Okay. Hey. So you're at what mile?
Between 18 and 19.
And how's it been going?
So far, so good.
And you say Greg's ahead of you?
Greg and then Mike.
Mike, yeah, we saw Mike coming down. I made him run back and run forward, and you're like, I gotta go. So,
Yeah.
but they look both pretty good. You look really good.
Thanks.
Are you doing all right?
Yeah, so
No
far, so
cramps?
good.
Been
No.
hydrated?
No, not really. I had a little bit of a cramp, but we'll see.
Get some water.
No, I've
Water.
been drinking.
You guys rock. Unbelievable. Good job. Looking good, ladies. Nice job. What's the step down?
Good job.
What's it going into the tent? Ready to go, guys? Good job, team. Nice finish, team. Looking strong.
Oh, you're taking pictures of me. You're funny. I'm screwing up your time. I'm screwing up your time. There he goes. You know, as far as physically doing the march, I don't know if other people thought this when they were doing it, going, gosh, I wish I would have known that. But I think the one trainer was telling me, like, oh, you got the wrong type of shoes. And I think I had like these running cross shoes. And I guess everybody else out there that's familiar with this march had these Croc tennis shoes, which, I mean, maybe doesn't need to be filmed, but that was one thing where I was like, oh, all these rocks and stuff in my shoe could have been avoided. And
Interesting, Gus, that in
Yeah.
the preparation literature, it said that the shoes that you take should have at least 100 miles on them before you ever start on the course with them. Don't come with any new shoes. And the course is pretty hard on shoes, so I wouldn't spend a bunch of money on new shoes and take them out there because you'll be throwing them away when you're done probably.
And I think as far as training, I was the least knowledgeable about most of these things, but I guess we probably should train with camelbacks because we're going to be carrying that when we go and do this. And it's a pretty basic thing, but I didn't know. So
I think one thing to add is when you return from the Bataan, after you finish and you're on the plane ride back, you're on the truck ride back, from the airport, you have a lot of time to think. And for me, as a non-veteran, it was like, what can I take from this experience and pass on to others in life to help mentor those that are younger than me? I just look at it and it's something I can use in life when I'm faced with adversity, I'm faced with challenges and tests. I'm like, I've been through so much worse. I've experienced a challenge that I'll be able to carry with me for the rest of my life. So it's just something I can use in the future.